this little video here, I'm going to go through questions 1 through 13 here of the test review. If you're looking for an explanation on the rest, 14 through, let's see, 14 through 27 will be on the next video, and then 28 through 37 will be on the video after that, and then I'll do the proofs as another video, and then finally the last video will be the slope stuff. So we're going to do 1 through 13 here for the first video. So for part 1 here, for 1 through 5, I've got to name a bunch of different stuff here. So remember, when you're naming a plane, you only need 3 letters that are non-collinear. So I'm just going to name this top side, which is QRS. Could have also done QUT, UTS, QTS, anything like that to name the top side. Could have named the bottom side, one of the back sides here as well. But basically I was just naming this top part here. Okay. For the next one, a pair of parallel planes. So I'm going to use that top side again. And another plane that is parallel to that top side is going to be that bottom side. So again, I only need 3 letters to name that bottom side. So I'm going to call that VWX. Okay. For the third one here, we're going to say lines that are parallel to ST. Okay, so I'm going to kind of highlight ST here. So that means I need to be running in the same direction. Okay, so all the lines that are running that same direction, excuse me, to QR, I've highlighted the wrong one. So TS is one example. Make sure you have your line over top. We also have VW. And finally, YX. Okay, so those are all running in the same direction as QR. The next one, we need to figure out which lines are going to be skewed to ST. Okay, so remember, what skew means is they're not going to be intersecting, and also they're not running in the same direction, so they can't be on the same plane. So if you were to look at WX, WX here would actually kind of run underneath TS. TS would almost be like a bridge over WX. Okay. Another example that I could have used is UZ, because it's running up and down, and TS, if I were to extend it, would almost like run past it. Okay. Right. Now the next one trips some people up, but it's not too bad once you look at it. So if I've got all my lines that are parallel to TSX, okay, so I'm talking about this plane here. Basically, I'm looking for lines that do not intersect or touch that plane. So in this case, I could have had QR, QV, all these are running in a direction that they wouldn't intersect. I can't do like QU, okay, because QU would eventually intersect that plane. Can't do UT, that would intersect that plane eventually too. I could do WR, and looks like VW would work as well. It's the only ones that I can think of. Maybe you can find something else. but just remember it cannot intersect that plane. So moving on to number 6 here. So we've got line AB is parallel to line DE. True. Alright, don't intersect, run in the same direction. Next one, we've got plane ABE. So we're talking about this plane. And plane ACF. Well, if you were to look at these two, I'll do ACF in blue here. They intersect or they overlap at that AD. So it's false, intersect, at AD. Okay? So that line AD, they're going to intersect, they're going to overlap. It's like a hinge. Okay? The next one, I've got ABC. Talking about this front side here. And DEF. So these are going to be parallel. Run in the same direction, they're not going to intersect. Alright, the last one of this section here. So I've got AD parallel to BE. So they're not going to be skew because they're running in the same direction. Okay? So false, they are parallel. Okay? An example of skew would be like AD and line BC. That would be an example of skew lines. Okay? Not running the same direction. AD would kind of like go over top of BC. BC would be down on the ground. Okay. For the next one, I'm just going to give a quick example of one of each. You should be able to figure out the method after that. So corresponding angles, remember they're in the same corner. So if I look, I've got 7 and 9. So angle 7, angle 9. And if 7 and 9 are corresponding angles, you'll notice they use this line G and H. So those are parallel. The transversal is the line that they share, which in this case is line K. Okay. Next one for alternate interior angles. I'm going to do 7 and 5. Again, I've got G is parallel to H, and the line that they shared was K. So the transversal is K. The next one here, same side interior angles. Looks like 8 and 1 here. And you'll notice now they are using K and J. And the transversal is going to be the line they share, which is G here. The last one that I'll do on this video here, number 13. Alternate interior angles. I'm just going to pick 8 and 2. That's the easiest ones for, excuse me, it's supposed to be alternate exterior. So I'm going to pick 8 and 9. 8 and 9 will be alternate exterior. So I would have had, if those were congruent, G and H are the parallel lines. The transversal is the one they share, which would be K here.